Coming up on DC News Now, carjacking rings busted in the district.
One defendant wrote GTA IRL.
What prosecutors are saying needs to happen to stop crimes among teens.
Plus, 1 week since a house explosion in Virginia. We're learning where that investigation now stands.
Temperatures are going to get much colder behind this latest storm system. We'll let you know how cold it could get by Tuesday morning.
Then, Cool Kids campaign.
You really get to see the joy that it brings to the child.
Meet the local organization helping families with children battling cancer.
And we're stretching your dollar. There's still time to do some last-minute holiday shopping, looking at the best gifts for $5 or less.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thanks for joining us on this Monday for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Annalisa Gale. Tonight, police and prosecutors say they've taken down 2 carjacking rings responsible for terrorizing parts of Maryland and the district.
And prosecutors say that many of the people charged in the indictment are teenagers. Our Randy Bass was there as they announced the big bust today. Randy, some wild details revealed in this indictment.
Yeah, Mark, a lot of those details in these court documents that we've been going through this afternoon since this major indictment was announced. The victims in some of these carjackings, a dentist on her way to work, a mother and her 2 kids as they sat in front of an elementary school. Prosecutors today described them as people who were just going on about their normal daily lives. One of the victims in these carjackings, a rideshare driver who was shot by one of the teens trying to carjack him. Prosecutors today telling us these 2 carjacking rings are connected and responsible for at least 15 carjackings across D.C. and Maryland, with a total of 10 people charged. Investigators say they uncovered a broader conspiracy among the teens, and in many cases, they tried to resell the cars for cash. U.S. Attorney Matthew Graves says the teens compared their crimes to a video game.
One defendant wrote GTA IRL, which we allege means Grand Theft Auto in real life. We need to have a serious response to show people that this is not a game. This is the real world, and there will be real world consequences.
Yeah, and as for what's next for these teens, U.S. Attorney Graves says police and prosecutors have held up their end of the bargain. Now they're relying on judges to impose tough sentences to keep them behind bars. Mark.
U.S. Attorney Graves said that these are real-world consequences, yet there's a certain loophole in D.C. law that could keep these teens from seeing serious jail time.
Yeah, U.S. Attorney Graves today explained it's the D.C. Youth Rehabilitation Act that doesn't enforce judges imposing mandatory minimum sentences in some of these armed carjacking cases when the offender, the alleged offender, is younger than 25. Right now, those mandatory minimums are at 20 or 15 years, rather. In some of these cases, though, judges are imposing sentences that are far, far shorter than that. U.S. Attorney Graves says it may be a good deterrent if those longer sentences were imposed. He says he's working with other city leaders to try and change that trend. Live in Northwest, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
Randy, thank you. Many across the DMV woke up to a wintry mix that made the morning commute a little tough, with some school systems delaying their start times.
Let it snow. Heading over now to meteorologist Damon Matson with a check on this forecast. Damon, I know you were excited. I woke up a little shocked. It took a while to seep in there, but once I saw that sun, I felt much better.
I mean, I thought it was a beautiful start to the day. Not many people probably agreed with me, but hey, yeah, that first sign of winter, which is right around the corner, showed up at the end of that storm system from yesterday. Our own Ben Palmer sending in a picture here from Gaithersburg. The back deck, the trees, the grassy areas definitely covered in snow. We did not see that snow, thankfully, as much on the sidewalks, roadways. It definitely made that start to the day a little bit better for most of us out there. And then one of our weather watchers, Christy Akel in Jugtown. There you go, a very picturesque winter view to start out the day here today with that snowfall. But all of that snow, well, it melted by the time the sun came out and we got into the middle of the morning. And ever since, well, we've been seeing clearing conditions as that storm system has pulled away well to our north and east. It's long gone at this point, but we are still feeling a little bit of the after effects. We have some clouds hanging on across some of our mountain locations, and it has been downright breezy and rather chilly throughout the day here as we've moved along. And now as we go into your Monday evening, Monday night, well, we're seeing quite a clear sky finally, but we will have a little bit of that wind left over, and temperatures, they're going to tumble down toward the freezing mark by 9 to 10 o'clock, as it is going to turn out rather cold here as we get through at least the first half of the week. So where will these temperatures end up by early tomorrow morning, and when might we be able to shake some of this chill? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. New this afternoon, a group of Virginia lawmakers plan to meet behind closed doors to discuss a potential location move for the Washington Wizards and Capitals. That's according to the Washington Post. Well, the teams would move to a new facility in Alexandria's Potomac Yard neighborhood. Both teams are owned by the same company, Monumental Sports and Entertainment. This is a developing story, and we're going to bring you more as soon as we get additional information.
Well, developing now in Virginia, a man was found dead after a 2-alarm house fire this morning. Fire and rescue responded to the 4000 block of Ridgeview Circle in McLean shortly after 9 a.m. Police say the man was found in a bedroom. Right now, police along with fire and rescue are still trying to piece together the moments leading up to that fire.
Well, it's been a week since a Boston duplex exploded during a tense standoff with police. Investigators first went to the home on North Burlington Street after reports of a man firing a flare gun 30 times.
And that standoff between police and the suspect, 56-year-old James Yu, led to that blast. Yu is believed to be dead, and the family who lived on the other side of the duplex was left without a home.
Yeah, Haley Milon is in Arlington this afternoon with a look at the next steps in the investigation.
1 week ago, that site behind that fence was home to James Yu and also a family of 4 living on the other side of the duplex. And thankfully, that family was evacuated before the explosion. But now all that remains of their home is a hole for the foundation. The explosion rocked neighbors, literally, and left a couple and their 2 children with nowhere to call home. The community has rallied around the family, who's staying nearby as they figure out what's next. ATF and police recovered materials and items from the home, and according to a police spokeswoman, analyzing those materials in the lab might take a long time. Investigators are working to determine the cause of the blast. Meantime, police say the property is turned back over to owners, and defense now blocks off the lot from the remainder of the neighborhood. And you can see that there's a police car right here over my shoulder. The police department says that officers will remain on scene here in coming days just for safety and visibility. In Arlington, Haley Milon, DC News Now.
Haley, thank you. Happening tonight, the family of William Green, the man shot and killed while handcuffed in a police car, is organizing a news rally and a news conference and a rally. Green was shot by Corporal Michael Owen Jr. Owen was acquitted on murder charges last Wednesday. A jury found him not guilty. He's the first officer in Prince George's County history to be charged with murdering a suspect while on duty. He's been suspended without pay since his arrest. The county police department says an internal administrative review is ongoing. The William Green family also has the support of Maryland Coalition for Justice and Police Accountability. MCJPA is encouraging supporters of the family to speak out against miscarriage of justice.
Meanwhile, right now, the Treasury Department has approved $22.5 million for the Whitman Walker Max Robinson Center in D.C. Funding will help to support the expansion of the center, including a research facility, examination rooms, and telemedicine. It's all a part of the Capital Projects Fund and efforts to make the city more equitable. This comes after the center opened in September. Max Robinson, who the center is also named after, was the first African-American man to anchor a nightly network newscast.
This investment will also spur more research and innovation at the Max Robinson Center, create over 100 new jobs, provide training opportunities for our residents, and create a pipeline of healthcare talent.
The funding will also support other health and wellness initiatives in the city. Also, many people are still setting up their Christmas trees. That includes organizers in Virginia for an annual Fairfax County tradition.
But this year is different. A popular Christmas tree now has a new location.
Our Dave LaValle is live outside the Virginia Department of Transportation in Fairfax, where that tree was moved. Dave, why did it get moved there?
Well, good afternoon to you, Annalisa and Mark. The tree behind me took root here last Thursday as a way for the Transportation Department to save it. The tree, an eastern red cedar, not pine, had stood for years on the median of the Fairfax County Parkway at Pope's Head Road. People have decorated it for the holidays for years, but the tree had to go because of a major road project that will begin shortly to improve traffic flow through the intersection. However, VDOT spokesperson Ellen Kamalakis stepped up and fought to save the tree. She grew up in the area and has fond memories of the tree.
I just think coming up the parkway and just being surprised at what the decorations are every single year. So it's been decorated by multiple people throughout the years, and so to just kind of wait and see, okay, when's it going to be decorated? It's usually Thanksgiving weekend, and you know, who's going to put what colors on.
And we're told that the tree could be moved to its original location once the road project is completed in about 2 years. Annalisa, Mark?
Hey, Dave, is the public able to see the tree?
Oh, absolutely, the public is allowed to see the tree. In fact, they're encouraged to come on out here and take a look at it and even decorate it. The tree is located on this land along, let me get this correct, Alliance Drive, near the corner of Transfer Station Road. So there are no fences, just park, come on out, take a look at it, decorate it if you want. We're live in Fairfax. Dave LaValle, DC News Now.